Another very common experience is that which we refer to as depression. Again, speaking of vast experience, I've spent decades in that state. So I'm very familiar with how real it feels. And I say that because, of course, none of it is real. These are energetic experiences, but through labeling and through identifying with them and also not having the tools. Remember, we all grew up still in a world where we didn't have the tools, where mental health and all these things were not being talked about. It was more like, don't cry while you're sensitive. Oh, what's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you, depending on the culture you come from, depending on the family you come from. But mainly these things were discarded. Now, whereas anxiety is your energy being all over the place, depression is almost the polar opposite. Similar in a way to anxiety in the sense that it is a contraction energy, but it is a contraction energy that fully encapsulates itself and stays stuck. When we are depressed, it's as if all our life force energy is stagnant. It's not flowing. It is a stagnation that the more we're in it, and of course there's a healing aspect to it. Sometimes our brain needs to shut down, so to speak. Our energy needs to shut down into this hibernation, into this stagnation, so we can heal, so we can integrate. But more often than not, we get stuck in these states for months on end, or years, or decades. So what can you do about this stagnation? How can you get your life force moving? Because that is truly what it's all about. First of all, I will always say that, and I should really just put it everywhere and make bumper stickers out of it. You have to move your body. I know you don't feel like it. I know that's exactly, and remember, that's exactly what depression is. You're stagnant. You're not going to feel like doing anything. So you have a choice. Are you going to fully give over your power to this state that is not your truth? Or are you going to do something about it? It's all about mastery, every single thing. Breaking through, breaking free, having what we want. It is all about our mastery. No one can save us. People can guide us. People can offer us support. We need sometimes that. We need sometimes the right kind of person or therapist who can hear you. Right? Because we never had the opportunity to verbalize our experiences. And a lot of beings, myself included, we integrate through verbalizing, right? I did most of it alone in my room, talking to myself or the angels, but having the good support can be invaluable. However, at the end of the day, it is you who has to do the work, right? You have to get up and you have to do it. So moving your body is non-negotiable. In general for energetic health, but especially both for depression and anxiety, it is non-negotiable. So you have to get up and you have to do something about it, right? You have to take walks, you have to stretch, you have to move the body. But of course, that's often not enough. There's more you need. Now, since it's an energy stagnation, expressing creativity is the way to go, one of the magical ways. Now, you don't need to be an artist, you don't need to be a writer, you don't need to have any kind of perceived ability. We all have it, but you may feel you don't. But deciding that every day I'm going to sit down and just start with 10 minutes. I'm going to doodle, or I'm going to write silly somethings. And it can be like, I am so depressed, I hate this so much. It doesn't matter what it is, right? I always say, don't ever try fake positivity. Embrace yourself with the love and move from there, because the compassion and the patience that you offer yourself and the constant practice, because it is a practice, it's a mental practice, that I am not my body. I am not my emotions. I am not my anxiety. I am not my depression. These are experiences that you're having. So working on that mental muscle that really reminds you of that, because it's so easy to fall into it, especially when there's no support around us, meaning we watch the news, we scroll on social media. Please don't do it. Download that book, download files on your phone that you can scroll when you need to. I can suggest the I am declarations and affirmations and adorations and discourses from Saint Germain. There are several of them that you can download. There are so many things that you can download that is useful, that can help you doing that. So creativity, creative flow will start your energy moving. And this can also mean deciding, you know what, every time I eat, I'm going to organize my food in a pretty way. Or I'm going to get flowers every day and play with creating a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Creativity has so many ways. If you say, oh, but I'm not creative, that's where you're just telling yourself that I don't even want to fight. I just give up without trying. So find a way. And another thing is create opportunities of success. For example, there's that drawer, there's that part of your house you always wanted to do or organize, but you never did. There's that, I don't know, there's that mountain you wanted to climb. I'm very big on that recently. I pushed myself through incredible mountains. And when I came back, even after halfway passing out, it was the best feeling of success. You are your own parent, right? This is an often shared wisdom, and it's true. No matter what happened to us in our childhood, how hard it was, or even in adulthood where others hurt us or abuse us, or we've fallen into the victim consciousness where most of the planet is or have been or still climbing out of, it is our responsibility to heal. May not be fair, but this is a planet of master. It came here to be a master, so we can either dwell on that, how unfair it is, or we can get going and do the work. So create yourself consciously opportunities of success. For example, I'm not creative, but for a week, sit down and for every day 10 minutes doodle. You'll look back and you'll be like, oh, wait a minute, I did that. So find ways how you can create success experiences for yourself. They can be this tiny, seemingly. They will add up. Don't forget that the brain is a creature of habit, and it's also basing all it knows and all it projects for you into your experience on things it has already lived. Especially when we're in anxiety, when we're in depression, when we're having any of these issues, the brain finds it extremely hard, almost impossible to start envision the beautiful future. So first you need to get that moving by giving it little new experiences. I did go for a walk. Today I managed to have a better day. Today I managed to get out of anxiety. I moved myself, I stretched myself, and so forth. And that will build, so to speak, a new library in the supercomputer of yours that it can finally base new information, new ideas, seemingly new ideas upon, because it already has some experience with that. So remember that depression is a completely stagnant energy. And you, my love, you can move out of it. And don't forget, there are more exercises below in the PDF and also in the video. So check them out.